Coming down the steps, RGW Eagles.
Eric Powers and Kerry Forbes back here at JT Christopher Stadium, getting ready for this contest between Amherst County High School and the GW Danville Eagles here from Danville tonight. Time to give our final thoughts on this one before kickoff, as they have the toss of the coin down on the field. And Kerry, you get dibs for week 2. How about that?
Woohoo! It's for me, really, offensively. Again, I guess I've said it a couple times, and I guess I'm going to go back to it right now. We've got to find a way to run the football. That's the identity of who this team is. The offensive line gets to fire off, hit somebody, knock them off the ball, and Frank Ross gets to do his thing. We've got to find some space for Frank Ross tonight. Get him back where he needs to be. He's got to be getting 100, 150 yards for us to really have a shot in this game. 55 yards, what he got last week, just is not going to cut it. Defensively, we've got to take, I'd love to say we need to take one phase of the game away, but they've got 2 more phases of the game that are just as good. So really, we've got to disrupt and avoid the quick strike. Make them earn what they get.
Yeah, I was going to say avoid the big play here tonight, or stop the big play from happening here tonight, and get good line play. Offensive line, defensive line, you have got to play good tonight, period. End of story. No two ways about it. I mean, this is one of those teams that is going to make you pay, as we saw in the playoff game last year, quite honestly, if they get penetration. And so we have got to have great line play here tonight by both of these offensive lines and the defensive line here tonight. GW has won the toss. They have elected to receive to our left. We are on the visitors' side once again this week, getting this opportunity to bring you this contest here tonight, not only on 94.1 FM and 580 AM, WAMBradio.com. We're also going to be live on the Lancers High School Twitter and on YouTube Live. Just look for Lancers TV out on YouTube Live tonight. We'll have this contest for you. Lancers take the field in their white uniforms with the gray pants, the maroon numerals, the maroon helmets. GW will be all in dark blue with silver gray numerals.
And the Lancers tonight in their maroon helmets. They've got on white jerseys with gray pants, trimmed in the red and black. That new Amherst script A on the side of the helmet. And we are almost set for action here. The Eagles are on the field. The Lancers are huddled up under new special teams coach, Coach Padgett. Special teams had a good showing last week.
Not bad at all.
Hopefully they can do the same this week and help us flip some field positions.
Lancers will be kicking off from right to left as we look at it. Blaine Johnson, of course, handles the kicking duties, all the kicking duties, in addition to being the starting quarterback for Amherst County. We're right at the 50-yard line. Did you notice that? This is pretty good seats right here.
I didn't until you said something.
Pretty good seats.
Absolutely. Must be on the front row.
That's it. Johnson ready to kick it off. Back deep for GW. Jaden Franklin and Sean Watlington. To our left. Here is the walk up, the run up now by Johnson, and the kick. It's a nice one. Franklin will pick it up right at the 3. He touches the football, brings it out now from the goal line, and he stepped back in the end zone once he had picked up the ball. To me, it looked like the ball bounced into the end zone and should have been a touchback in the first place, but it was close. Regardless, the Eagles are going to get it on their own 20 to start this drive, 1st and 10.
That gives the Lancer defense time to set up. Got a long field to defend here. And let's see how these young Lancers can come out and defend this Eagles offense tonight.
Carlos Poole, the very talented quarterback, will bring up this modified wing tee, a wide receiver to the left, 2 here to the near side. 2 setbacks back there with him as he sets up in what's basically a shotgun formation. Man in motion, takes it, wants to throw all the way, looking. Got pressure coming, lets the pass fly as he found number 17 coming out of the backfield, Sean Watlington, who had lined up as an H-back in the backfield. And Watlington gets ahead to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. No hash marks on this field, so we're going to have a difficult time. I'd say 24.
And that's how Carlos Poole can hurt you. That play was designed to come to the other side of the field. Nothing was there. He turned, ran the other way, and created a 5-yard play.
Same formation, 2nd down and 6 for the Eagles. Here's the handoff to Graves, going right up the middle. Graves going to get close to the 30. And looks to have the first down yardage from here, and he does. We'll have the first down. Ball's nose will be right at the 31-yard line. Just underway here from Danville. Eric Carey and Ricky on hand. Forbus. Here's the handoff. Poole, nope, keeps it on the option. Now swings it out. The other yardage, across the 40, and I'll head to the 44-yard line. Goes Carl Poole. Gain of 13 on the play and a first down for the Eagles.
13 yards and a first down.
I think the Lancers are going to see a lot of the Poole brothers here tonight. That was a well-run, just a basic option play to the right side, near side of the field.
Ball set up here on the near side hash. If there was one. Here's the handoff inside to Wesley Graves. Graves doesn't get much. Across the 45, ahead to about the 47-yard line. And a gain of about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7, and this is where the Lancers defense needs to make a significant stop. Minimal yardage here on 2nd and long.
Would be very helpful. New formation for them to look at.
2 wide receivers to either side. On 2nd down and 7. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Poole rolling to his left. Has a man wide open. That is Watlington down the far sideline. Goes out of bounds in Lancer territory at the 41-yard line. That was the man in motion. Watlington going from right to left and just found himself wide open over there in the flat.
Yeah, just a basic sprint out pass to the far side, but they flooded the zone with 3 receivers. The short man was the one that was wide open.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Lancer 41-yard line. Moving from left to right here in the first quarter. Carlos Poole, the quarterback. Takes the snap, hands it off. And wrapped up in the backfield is Wesley Graves and dropped for a loss. A flag is down here on the near side. We'll have to check and see what this is all about. Great penetration that time by the Amherst County Lancers.
And that's what penetration, that's what destruction can do for you. Illegal shift is the call against the Eagles.
Do you take the yardage or do you take the
I think you take the play,
yep,
loss of down and loss of yards.
It's back to the 44-yard line. It was a loss of 3. I mean, you're only giving up 2 yards there.
And you give up the down, too. So
yep. Well, they're going to mark it off. So it will be 1st and 15 after the penalty at the Lancer 46-yard line. First penalty of the night belongs to GW with 9:38 left to go in this first quarter and no score. Already the Eagles pushing 3 minutes on this first drive. 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far. Single setback back there with Carlos Poole. It's a quick snap, back to pass. Looking. Now pressure coming, and he get him! They sack him right back at the 46-yard line. Wade Wheeler was in there, and he had some help in there from Malik Farrell.
That's exactly, and to watch Coach Stanberry jumping up and down on the sideline, getting his guys fired up. Great play.
Well, it was a coverage sack. It was great coverage downfield by the secondary that time. 2nd down and 10 now. Eagles at the Lancer 46. Carlos Poole calls for the football, takes it, wants the quick pass, and gets it in space down to the 36-yard line. Goes number 3 for the Eagles, Quentin Elam. And a gain of about 10 yards on the play. It's just so many weapons out there. How do you cover them all? I mean, I'm serious. It's 3rd and 5. It's 3rd and a very makeable 5 now when it was 2nd and 15 just a play ago. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Poole takes it, keeping it on the option, gets it out to Graves. Graves has got room inside the 30, down to the 25, breaks a tackle 15 to the 10, and all the way down to about the 9-yard line. Wow, explosive.
That hurts. Looked like I was staring at a hold right over there. Looked like one of the Eagles receivers had a jersey full of our cornerback over there. But no flag on the field. Play stands.
It will be 1st and 10.
1st and 10 on the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 Eagles.
Carlos Poole will set up underneath center this time, put a man in motion. Takes the snap. Here's the handoff. Graves going right. Big hole to that right side. And he gets down close to the 5, maybe inside the 5, to about the 4-yard line. And a gain of 7 on the play. Oh, they spotted it at the 4. Yep. Lines aren't all that dark either, are they?
No, they're not.
2nd down and 4 at the 4. Poole takes it. Motion. Handoff is to Graves going to the left side. And he stood up pretty much at the line of scrimmage. And I think this is going to be motion on the Eagles. But we'll check the penalty for you. It is an illegal shift on GW. 7:02 to go in this first quarter. No scores. As a matter of fact, this is the first offensive series of the night for either team, and it's burned up almost 5 minutes of clock.
That's right.
The thing the Lancers wanted to do tonight, GW is doing on this first drive. This will back it up to about the 9-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 6 now. For GW. Oh, check that. 2nd down and about 8. Huh. Okay.
I like that a little better.
Wide receiver to either side. Once again, Carlos Poole is going to set up underneath center. This is more of a traditional wing tee look right here. Single setback is Graves. Wingman put in motion. Now Watlington in motion. They'll hand it to Watlington going around that left side. He's got some room over there, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown for GW from 9 yards out. He had so much room over there. The seal block must have been a really, really good one by the GW tight end on that side.
Well, they motioned everybody that way and flooded the zone. The Lancers didn't respond with an extra body. And Sean Watlington was untouched over on the far side of the field as he walked into the end zone.
Here's Oliveira, the kicker, with Sean Watlington as the holder, the guy who just scored the touchdown. The kick in the air by Oliveira is no good. I think it was partially blocked. 6:37 left to go in this first quarter. A new score, GW 6 and the Lancers nothing. You're listening to Lancers football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on Lancers High School Twitter and YouTube Live. AW scores on a 9-yard run by Sean Watlington. End-over-end kick is fielded at the 20-yard line for the Lancers by Ola Williams, and Williams will be taken down at about the 24. Too much east to west, not enough north and south there by Williams. So the Lancers set for their first offensive series of the night, and Carrie, it comes. I mean, they ate up over 5 minutes of clock, did the Eagles, on that first drive.
It took almost half the first quarter, which is exactly what we want the Lancers to do. So this could be a very short game if that continues.
The 9-yard run by Sean Watlington, but the kick was no good. So 6-0 Eagles. Here's Blaine Johnson and company in this new spread attack for the Lancers. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near. Frank Ross is the setback, and the handoff is to Ross. Running it left side across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Going to be a gain of just a couple on the play. 2nd down and 8. Of course, in this new spread formation, the Lancers go no huddle. Ola Williams is the wide receiver here to the near side. This time Ross is set to Blaine Johnson's left on 2nd down. Here's the give going right side to number 1, Samari Brogdon. Brogdon across the 30 and ahead to the 33-yard line, pushing blockers out ahead of him. Doing a great job. I think he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Well-designed play, not a play we saw last week at all, that cutback play. And Samari Brogdon just followed his big, beefy line until he found some daylight, then squirted through for about a 7-yard gain.
3rd down, a very short one for the Lancers. Blaine Johnson barking out signals, hands it to Frank Ross going to the right side, tries to cut in, and he did not get it. A great tackle over there by Sean Watlington. He nailed Ross, bringing him down for no gain on the play. It's 4th down. He may have lost a step or two. Let's see. Are they going to punt? No gain on the play. It will be 4th down and 1. And the Lancers are going to punt it away. So Amherst does go 3 and out on their first offensive series of the night. Something that they did last week against Salem, and something that we did not want to see to open this ball game here tonight.
That's exactly right. 3rd and 1, you've got to feel good about picking up that first down. But didn't happen, and now we're punting it away.
Here's Johnson's putt. Sean Watlington back to receive, takes it at his own 31, right up the middle of the field, cuts it back at the 40 to the 45 to the 46-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will set up shop on their own 46, 1st and 10, leading 6-0. 4:23 left to go in this first quarter of play. Don't forget our home opener next Friday night. The Lancers will be taking on the Blacksburg Bruins in our home opener. And why aren't the chains moving? Something's going on here. Okay, now we're going. So there's a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here because we don't know what the heck's going on right now. Is this a TV timeout that we just weren't told about, or what? 4:23 left to go in this first quarter. So, yep, Blacksburg next Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air at 6:05 with the Lancers countdown to kickoff. Don't forget to check out our Lancer Radio Facebook page if you get the opportunity tonight. Just go to Facebook, search for Lancer Radio, 2 words, if you would. And we're on Twitter tonight at Lancer Radio 1.
And don't forget to visit our sponsors and let them know you heard it right here from us. Support our local vendors and let them know that you heard about it right here.
Indeed, that is the case. When did you become a sales guy? Just wondering. It's very unlike you. What's the deal with that?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I'm wondering. So the Lancers defense, it's the 25-second clock that we're having some issues with. It's working on one side and not on the other, so they may have to try and keep this on the field.
So the solution would be.
So the officials are going to have to keep the 25 seconds on the field. That's what's going on.
Play time on the field, and we're not going to use the play clock.
Okay, so it's kind of like we're back in the playoffs, where you're not allowed to use the 25 seconds.
Oh, only the temperature is much different.
Yep, indeed.
Man, that was a cold night.
Two receivers here to the near side, two to the left for the GW Danville Eagles as they set up shop at their own 46. Carlos Poole, the quarterback, has a running back right beside him to his right, takes the snap. Here is the option pass, gets it out and dropped by a wide open Julian Franklin in Lancer territory, and there's a flag down as well. And the referee is telling one of the GW linemen, back up.
Illegal man downfield.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Eagles draw the penalty.
That would actually go with what you were saying, though.
Yep.
Too far down the field, telling him to back up a little bit.
So that's 3 penalties already for the Eagles here tonight. So a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Eagles on their own 41-yard line. 4:18 to go first quarter. GW Danville leading 6-0. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 2 to the left, as the Eagles move from left to right. Poole calls for the football, wants to throw it. Now he's going to have to try and take off with it, and he's brought down in the backfield. Slipped up, and then Wade Wheeler finished him off back at the 39-yard line.
Not sure if that was designed or just a very quick read, but he pulled that ball down, thought he was going to go somewhere, saw a big white jersey staring at him, and hit the dirt.
Well, he's chastising one of his wide receivers. I believe it was Jacoby Hairston, or it might have been Franklin, may have run the wrong route.
Gotcha.
So 2nd down and 17. Big opportunity for the Lancers defense here. Can they take advantage? Carlos Poole to pass. Pressure coming. Wide open at the 50-yard line is Quentin Elam. He gets into Lancer territory to the 44-yard line and a 1st down. Wow. 17 yards almost exactly on that play. Let's see, is it? Yep, it was. 1st down.
And he was wide open. No other way to say it.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Lancer 44-yard line. 2 backs back there with Carlos Poole this time. He'll keep it on the option. Get it out, a lot of room. 35 and down to the 33-yard line goes Carl Poole. Nice tackle out there for the Lancers by Kendall Harris. And about another 1st down for GW down to the Lancer 32-yard line. Ball now spotted on the near hash. Got the big penalty, got the sack. Here's Poole trying to keep it, gets it out to Carl Poole again on the left side this time. Nice stiff arm there, gets inside the 20 and all the way down to near the 15-yard line of the Lancers. He stiffed arm a Lancer over there big time.
Poindexter going to make the tackle, 14 trying to tackle 14, and just fell to the stiff arm out in the flat.
There is a flag down.
Holding.
It's a holding penalty against the Eagles. Wow. But we'll see if, as far as he got, down near the 15 or about the 17-yard line.
If it's a spot foul, they may mark that
21.
from the 20.
Yep. It's going back to about the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and about 7 here. 1st and 8, actually, for the Eagles after the penalty. It was a long way down the field to be holding somebody. 1st and 8 now after the holding penalty. 2 backs back there with Carlos Poole, the quarterback, takes the snap. Play action pass, got a man wide open across the middle. Touchdown for the Eagles. 30 yards out to Jacoby Hairston, who wasn't even looked at going across the middle. Wow.
Yeah, just a simple post pattern run over the middle of the field, got behind the free safety, and free safety's main responsibility, keep everything in front of you. Jacoby Hairston got behind it and made it look easy. That's that quick strike offense popping up.
So here is the kicker for the Eagles, Oliveira, to try the extra point with 2:24 to go in this first quarter. Snap is down, the kick is in the air, and it is good. 13-0 Eagles lead over the Lancers here in the first quarter. And you're listening to Lancers football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, on WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live. Thirty-yard pass play from Carlos Poole to Jacoby Hairston. And the Eagles are back on the board after Oliveira's kick. It's 13-0 GW with 2:24 to play in this first quarter from Danville. Oliveira ready to kick it off from left to right. End over end kick going to be taken by Brogdon at about the 11-yard line. Coming right side, finds a seam across the 30, and will get all the way ahead to the 35-yard line.
Brogdon. Take it down by number 44.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancers at their own 35-yard line. Already down 13-0 here, Kerry. You've got to have a productive offensive set this time.
I was going to say, it's really not time to panic yet, but we do need to see some production here. We've 65-yard field, a little shorter field than before. Let's put this thing together and get down and get some points. Brogdon's still a little froggy over that last tackle. Come off the field because his helmet
came off. Yeah,
his helmet popped off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancers at their own 35-yard line. Lane Johnson, the quarterback, has Frank Ross to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Ross, going to the left side. Finds a little bit of a seam. Keeps those legs churning up to the 40-yard line, and a pickup of 5 yards on the play. Good pickup on first down.
Good first down play there. That a little bit of a muddle down there, but Frank able to pick his way forward for 5 yards.
Brogdon back in the contest now. He'll line up as the slot back here to the near side, with Williams as the wide receiver. 3 wide receivers here to the left, including Frank Ross. Johnson wants to throw, gets it out to Williams, looking for running room across the 40. Hit, stays on his feet, but will be dropped back at the 37-yard line. That was Samari Brogdon. He took that first hit initially well, but ends up losing yards on the play, just trying to keep his feet. So it's going to be 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7 for the Lancers.
You love that he's fighting for the extra yards, but sometimes it's better just to go down.
1 receiver here to the near side. 2 men in the backfield. Handoff, Frank Ross going right, looking for blockers across the 40, across the 45, and across the 50 into Danville territory for a first down run for Frank Ross. That almost looked like one of those old single wing plays, and Ross is down on the field after that run at about to the 49-yard line of the Eagles.
It's not Ross. I
Nope.
see Ross.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, that's Ola Williams. That may be Frank.
Yeah, he was limping a bit in that ball game against Salem last week. So let's go ahead and take an injury timeout. A quick 30-second break. You're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live.
Frank Ross.
Frank Ross, the injured Lancer, on the play. After the nice run to the Eagles' 49-yard line, the Lancers' first down of the night. Favoring that left foot a little bit, which I believe is what he was favoring last week, as a matter of fact. But we'll see. He's on the bench right down here in front of us on the visitors' side at JT Christopher Stadium. But a big first down for the Lancers. Let's see what they can do with it. Here's a handoff to Brogdon. Brogdon gets good yardage down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Suddenly the running game is coming alive here for Amherst County. Gain of 6 on the play.
That's what we were hoping to see, and here comes Frank Ross back out on the field.
Bring Green off. 2nd down and 5. Let's see if they try and get another play in here before the end of the first quarter.
2nd and 5.
Nope, I don't think they are.
I'm not sure they've even seen the clock.
Some discussion with 3 seconds left to go in this first quarter. They're not going. Oh, they do. Here's the handoff. Ross going to the left. Nice cut. Gets down to the 40. He wouldn't have gotten that much if he hadn't made that cut, and that's the way we're going to end the first quarter of play. With our score, the GW Danville Eagles 13 and the Amherst County Lancers nothing. You're listening to Lancers Football, 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, on WAMVradio.com and on YouTube Live. Down and 1 at the GW 40-yard line. Now moving from left to right. Here's the handoff going to the right side to Ross. He'll have the first down and around the 36-yard line. Ross starting to carry this team a little bit right now, Kerry, or the running game in general, quite honestly.
That between he and Brogdon, who had a good down while Ross was out. It's good to see the running game coming back to life again.
1st and 10 for the Lancers at the GW 36-yard line. Ross is a slot back here to the near side this time. Johnson wants to throw. Has a man and almost got picked off, actually. Watlington was closer to the football than Ola Williams. May have even gotten a hand on it. But the Pass falls incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
And we know Watlington has hands. He's already run for a touchdown, holds the extra points for this team. Watching Frank Ross as he ran that route, there is a distinct limp there right now. He's hurting, but he's out there on the field giving it his all.
2nd down and 10 for the Lancers. Ball right in the middle of the field at the GW 36-yard line. Johnson wants to throw again. Gets it out to Williams. Williams gets ahead to about the 33, so a gain of only about 3 on the play. GW seems willing to give up that short pass, knowing they've got the speed to kind of break down and get in on that wide receiver before he can break down for more yardage.
And Ola is the receiver that got behind the Salem defense a couple of times last week.
3rd down and 7, in my opinion, a big 3rd down here with 10:56 to go in the half. Johnson takes it, wants to throw again, and too much. And way far behind Ola Williams and incomplete. He had some pressure coming up the middle that time. There was a delayed blitz by the Eagles. So it's 4th down and 7. I think you more or less have to go for it here. Looks like Amherst is as well, down and around the Eagles' 33-yard line.
That last play, he had Samari Brogdon on a slant, a skinny post over the middle. Had his hand up, he was open.
I don't know that he had time. You know what I mean? Here's Johnson rolling to his right and gets the pass swatted out of the air by Sean Watlington. Wow. And the Eagles will take over on change of possession at their own 33-yard line, leading 13-0 with 10:43 to go in this first half.
Looked like quarterback Blaine Johnson struggled running to his left, trying to get cocked back to throw with his right hand. Never got squared up. And ball was batted down before it ever got back to the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs. GW comes over, takes possession of the ball at the 33-yard line.
Set up here close to where the near hash would be, moving from right to left here in the second quarter. Man in motion, that's Watlington. Carlos Poole takes it, rolls to his right, gets it in the direction anyway of Sean Watlington, but incomplete, too low.
And number 28, Meganson, was up the field, created the distraction, the disruption that he needed to help that play get thrown before it needed to get thrown. And that's exactly what we're talking about. You got to get up the field. You've got to disrupt that flow in their backfield, and good things can happen. 2nd
down and 10 for the Eagles. Carlos Poole will hand it off to Graves. Big hole up the right side or left side. Gets ahead to the 45-yard line, and a late flag coming in as well. But we're going to see what this is all about. Might be a face mask.
That's my concern.
Holding against the Eagles. That's going to drop it back. I think it was big 74 that was over here. Might have been 72, actually, now that I look down on the field. Yep, it was. It was number 72 who was leading the charge on that run by Graves. The spot will be from the end of the play, which is about the 43, which was right at first down yardage.
Right.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 again here. Get a chance tonight while you're listening, check out our Lancer Radio Facebook page. Go to Facebook, search for Lancer Radio, 2 words. Say hello to myself or to Carrie tonight, or even to Ricky if you wish. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 here to the near for the Eagles on 2nd and 10 after the penalty. Man in motion. Here's Carlos Poole, hands it off, going around that right side, and a lot of room over there. Wow. 45-50, 45-40, 35-30 down the far sideline. Nothing but daylight out ahead of Franklin, Jaden Franklin, and he will take it to the house for 67 yards. Touchdown, GW.
that looked like an option sort of play because it looked like Poole was going to pull the ball back out. We were both, I think, a little surprised that Four had the ball. But once he had it, he knew exactly what to do. Went around the right side, 67 yards, just outrunning the defense. And, man, this is now the third different individual who scored a touchdown for GW here tonight.
Extra point try coming up by Oliveira to our left. I mean, Franklin took it, and once he got on that sideline, there was no catching him.
Right.
Snaps a good one to Watlington. The kick is in the air and just got over the crossbar. Good. So new score for you. GW 20, Amherst County nothing with 9:53 to go in the first half. You're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live.
Referees were. We'll take that time right now during this ball in action. Referee tonight, Larry Wood.
67-yard run by Jaden Franklin, coming around on a in-motion play from a slot back position from right to left, and he just took it down that far sideline carry, and he was just going. Races. He would have won any of them at this point.
There is no doubt. Little jet motion sweep, and 67 yards later, they're celebrating.
Here's the kickoff from Oliveira from right to left, and it's a big, deep, booming kick this time. It'll be taken by Williams at the 5. Up here the near side, 15 to the 20. Wrestled down, and a late flag comes in at the 21-yard line. We'll see what this is all about. There might have been a little extracurricular activity on that play. But we'll check the penalty for you. Personal foul against Amherst.
On the return, it's brought out to the 20.
And now is that a spot foul? I don't think it's a spot foul.
Be half the distance.
Because he was at the 21. That should be from the end of the play. So it should be marked off from the 21-yard line.
Yeah. Personal foul, 15 yards, though. You don't have the 30-yard line, so it'll be half the distance.
So the ball will be spotted right at the 10-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Lancers, and a long way to go. With 9:46 left to go in this second quarter, and trailing 20-0 to the Eagles. Get a chance to check out our Twitter page. Go there now at Lancer Radio 1. Say hello to us. Lane Johnson, the quarterback, takes the snap. Handoff is to Brogdon, going to the left side, and he'll get maybe a yard or two. Wasn't much on that left side that time. I'm going to call it just a yard, yeah.
They're going to give him one. Is it just me, or does it look like everybody's moving before the ball actually snaps?
There is a coach, or unless that's the radio guy. Could be the radio guy, I guess. Sideline reporter.
Their
anyway.
Sideline.
2nd down and 9. Here's the handoff. Frank Ross gets ahead to near the 16. And a gain of 5 there. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Lancers. I just noticed him messing with a headset and having a clipboard in his hand across the way, and I was, what is a coach doing all the way down there?
I think the website describes him as the intrepid sideline reporter.
Oh, yeah. He looks the part. He said jokingly and sarcastically. Make that 3rd down and 4 here for Amherst. High snap. Handoff is to Ross. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks another, gets across the 25, and ahead to the 26-yard line. Let's see where they end up spotting this thing. I think he's got a first down, and he does. They're going to spot it actually at the 22-yard line. But it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Amherst County Lancers on nothing but effort by Frank Ross. Now he'll line up as one of the slot backs here to the near side. One wide receiver to the left. If you could somehow get him in a screen situation.
Yes.
Here's Johnson, back to pass. Going down the field, and it's picked off by Franklin. Franklin coming back the other way. It's the guy who just scored the touchdown, and he's going to be brought down inside the Lancer 10-yard line. So the first turnover of the night by Amherst as Johnson just planed through into traffic that time.
Yes, it looked like that pass was designed to go straight to Jaden Franklin. The Lancer receiver never made the cut to go to where that ball was thrown. And the end result is the Eagles have the ball 1st and goal at the Lancer 8-yard line with 8 minutes left here in the first half. They're over here discussing it now.
1st and goal for the Eagles at the Lancers 9-yard line. Ball spotted on the far hash. Let's see if Carlos Poole goes back to going underneath center as he did inside the 10 last time, and he will. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff is to Graves, going left, hitting the backfield, breaks that tackle, and finally will be brought down near the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got anything on it.
Nice play there by the Lancer defense.
It's good penetration in there that time. Let's see. It's not one of the starters, so I don't have him right here in front of me. It was Ray Burford, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line. Poole takes the snap, hands it off to Graves again, going right. Wheeler had a hold of him, and now they'll drag him down after a gain of only a few.
It looked like Wade had one hand full of jersey holding on for dear life.
Wow, he was being tackled.
Right.
Ball's down at the 6-yard line, so a gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 6. Carlos Poole underneath center. Takes the snap. We'll hand it to Graves again, this time going left, and he'll get into the end zone. A late flag, though, comes in at the 4. So hold everything. And let's see. It is a holding penalty against GW. That's their 3rd tonight. So this will back it up from the 4-yard line back to the 14, where it will be 3rd and goal at the 14-yard line.
I think Poindexter is still hearing bells where he got stuck by Wesley Graves there at the goal line.
Might be some concussion protocol going on here, as a matter of fact, as he's come out of the ball game. So here's the 3rd and goal play at the 14-yard line now of Amherst for the Eagles. Now from the shotgun, all kinds of motion, movement, everything else. Who did what, where, and when, I guess, is going to be the question. And how, for that matter.
Good luck sorting this one out.
I know there was all kinds of movement. They're going to say
this
is going to be against the Eagles.
Procedure. Yep. All right, guys.
This will move it back to the 19-yard line, where it will be 3rd and goal. So 3 wide receivers now here to the near side, 1 to the right. Pistol formation. Carlos Poole takes it. Pitch out. Graves going to that left side, and they bring him down right near the 5-yard line. Burford coming to make the play again.
But his helmet came off, so he should have to leave the field.
So where are they spotting this thing? Right at the 4? Yep. So it's going to be 4th down and goal at the 4-yard line. Eagles leading 20-0. 6:20 left to go.
They're going for it
in the second quarter.
Eagles with 7 penalties so far in this first half to Amherst 1.
The Eagles are trying to take advantage of the lone turnover in this first half as well, committed by the Lancers. Man in motion, Carlos Poole underneath center. Puts another man in motion, that's Watlington. They're going to hand Watlington the ball going around the right side, and he's got blockers ahead, and he'll get in. Touchdown on 4th down and 4 for the Eagles from 4 yards out for Watlington.
That's the second time that they've put everybody in motion to the same side, flooding that zone. That jet sweep action has been very, very proficient for them so far. Watlington going down for the touchdown.
Eagles with the extra point attempt.
Oliveira on for the PAT. Awaiting the snap. Watlington is the holder. Takes the snap. Kick is in the air, and it is good. 5:51 to go in the first half of play. New score. It's now GW 27. Amherst County nothing. You're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live. Sean Watlington's second touchdown of the night comes on a 4-yard sweep around the right side. Eagles take advantage of the Lancers' turnover and score yet again and lead 27-0 with 5:51 to go in this second quarter. End over end kick taken by Brogdon, coming straight up the middle of the field and gets ahead to about the 23-yard line. Next week, Amherst, the gauntlet continues, as the Lancers will have their home opener against the Blacksburg Bruins. Next Friday night at Lancers Stadium, we'll have our coverage beginning at 6:05 with the Lancers countdown to kickoff, and kickoff scheduled for 7 next Friday night. Then the open date comes into play. And a good thing it did, Carrie Forbes, for you, because that's Parents Weekend up at good old University of Mary Washington.
Oh, there you go.
In case you didn't get the subtle message there.
That will work.
First and 10 for the Lancers on their own 23-yard line. Trailing 27-0, 5:44 left to go second quarter. Ross in the backfield now as he comes out of the slot position. They'll hand it to him going to that left side. He'll get ahead for a couple to the 24, maybe the 25-yard line. Give him just a yard. It'll be second down and 9 for the Lancers. Well, it looked like for a while there, Kerry, that the Lancers were going to start to get this running game going, but this very quick, very fast GW defense is starting to respond now.
Well, they had some success with the run, and then they opened up some passing, and the interception deep in our own territory certainly put the defense behind the 8 ball. Let's see if we can get the running game going again.
Second down and 9. Johnson will hand it off. No gain on the play.
Hutcherson,
yep. Khalif getting the call there. And once again, you find yourself in a third and very long situation here with a brand new untested offense.
Well, the passing game is not our strength by any means. It's gotten us in trouble. The coaches are going to take a timeout and talk about this. This is where we need one of those Frank Ross runs around the end for 10 yards to get this first down. Certainly don't want to take the chance of throwing the ball this deep in our half. 4 minutes left. Worst case scenario, let's get into the half 27-0.
You got to put together a couple of first downs here.
Right.
And however way you do it, you got to do it. And the Lancers need to find a way right here on this upcoming 3rd and 9 play. Don't forget to check out our Twitter page, and also don't forget to check out YouTube Live, where you can be watching and listening to the game tonight. Just go to YouTube Live, search for Lancers TV.
And luckily they don't have to see us.
No, that is a very, very extremely good thing, and one we're very happy with as well.
That's right. Let's dream a little bit here. 4 minutes left.
Okay.
We take this ball down and we score to end the first half. We get the ball to start the second half.
True.
We take the ball down and score. We've cut the lead in half, and momentum has swung our way.
And don't forget, the GW Eagles missed an extra point their first time out, so that comes into play in that scenario.
That's right. I like this scenario. Let's go with it.
3rd and 9. Frank Ross is in the backfield. Nope.
Yep.
Here's Johnson to throw. He's got a man. Completes to Samari Brogdon. He gets into GW territory at the 47-yard line. That was a great pass, too. He had to hold up a little bit, but it was still right in his hands.
Play. First down, flips the field. Maybe we weren't dreaming so much after all.
We'll see. 1st and 10 for the Lancers at the GW 47-yard line.
Boy, that was a great spot.
Not bad. Not bad. Handoff. Frank Ross going right up the middle. He's hit, dropped, maybe no gain on the play. Great penetration that time from the right side of that GW defensive front, and then the linebackers came in and finished off the play. No gain. Actually, they say lost a yard. 2nd down and 11 for the Lancers. Amherst still taking a long time to get these plays in. Especially since we can't see the play clocks right now. They've turned them off because one of them had gone bad. Hutcherson in the backfield this time. 2 wide receivers to either side. Johnson wants to throw, gets it out to Ola Williams. Williams pushes ahead down close to the 40-yard line. Let's see where they end up spotting this thing. It's going to be at the 41. And a gain of 6, maybe 7 on the play. 7 yards, we'll call it. 3rd and 4 here for the Amherst County Lancers.
Very effective short-range pass there. Kind of makes this 3rd down a little more manageable. This would normally be Frank Ross territory, but they're lining him up wide.
He'll be in the slot to the left side. 2 wide receivers here to the near, 2 to the left. Johnson wants to throw, looking, going straight down the middle of the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted back there by number 2, Kendall McClary. McClary coming back the other way from the 5-yard line all the way back to the Eagles' own 30. Maybe closer to the 35.
And just like that, the dream becomes a nightmare.
2nd interception of the night for Blaine Johnson. And again, it was traffic. It was the free safety actually for the Eagles doing his job.
Right.
As
center field.
Williams did have a step on the initial defender. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 36-yard line with 2:32 left to go in this first half. Plenty of time for them in this quick strike offense. Carlos Poole, the quarterback. Now a whistle and a timeout is going to be burned by the Amherst County Lancers. 2:32 left to go in the first half of play. Our score, GW 27, Amherst nothing. We're back after this 30-second timeout with more Lancers football on 94.1 and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands up.
Eric Carey and Ricky back here after the timeout. With 2:32 left to go in the first half of play. GW leading Amherst 27-0. Second interception of the night for the Eagles gets them set up on their own 36-yard line. Man in motion. Here's Carlos Poole. Wants to throw back D, and Sean Watlington is wide open in Lancer territory. Breaks a tackle 25-20. Gets to the 15, gets to the 10, and is run out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Wow. And that time, the Lancer defender literally watched Watlington run right past him.
It's exactly what I was getting ready to say. I mean, we could see it from the press box. He ran right past the defender, and nobody stepped his direction.
Ball will be spotted at the Lancers' 10. First and goal for the Eagles there.
54-yard pass play.
Yep.
Wow.
3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Graves will be in the pistol formation with the quarterback, Carlos Poole. They'll hand it to Graves, going to the right side. Tripped up nicely in the backfield that time.
Number 26
is Malik Farrell. Yep, he's made a couple of good plays tonight. Gain of about a yard or two.
Once again, some of the Lancers starting to show some wear and tear out there. Ready for the half to come.
Second and goal. Here's the handoff. Graves again cuts back against the grain. Breaks a couple of tackles. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown from 9 yards out for Wesley Graves with 1:37 to go in the half.
That's his first one of the night. They're scoring with all kind of folks here tonight.
He had one called back, if I remember, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Oliveira on for the point after try. Watlington is the holder for the Eagles. We're waiting on the snap. The snap, the kick, it's in the air, and it is good. 1:37 left to go in this first half of play. New score, GW 34, Amherst County nothing. And you're listening to Lancers football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live. 9-yard run by Wesley Graves as the Eagles are able to take advantage again of a Lancer turnover and put some points on the board. They now lead 34-0 with 1:37 left to go in this first half. There's the kickoff from Oliveira from right to left. Here's Brogdon at the 20, coming across the 25, hit there, breaking tackles across the 30, and finally run out of bounds around the 32-yard line.
Minute and a half left here in this first half. Let's see if the Lancers can put some points on the board.
At this point, you want something. The last two drives have ended in the interceptions,
right,
and in subsequent scores by the Eagles. So you want to at least keep the football until the end of this half, if nothing else.
Looking at the scoring drives for GW in the first half, the last one was 3 plays, the one before that 4 plays, before that 2 plays, before that 5 plays. The opening drive of the game, 10 plays.
Yep.
So really, that quick strike offense we've been talking about has manifested here tonight.
Antoine Coyle is on the field, by the way. It looks like. Takes the snap from Johnson, goes left side. Well, that might be somebody else, actually.
Xavier Ellis is the number.
I think that's Coyle wearing the. Looks like him anyway. How about that? It could be Xavier. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Interesting that Ross is not out there right now. Here's the 2nd down and 10 play for the Lancers. Handoff again, cut back. It was a nice one across the 35, ahead to the 38-yard line. I have to say, I don't know. I guess it could be Xavier Ellis. But a gain of 7 on the pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Nice hole for him to run through there.
3rd down and 4.
Lancers do not, I don't think, have to run another play here if they don't want to. I think they should.
I would be with you.
It's 3rd down and 4, and now they are. Here we go with 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. 5 seconds left to go. Snap to Johnson is high. He takes it and have to take off with it, and he'll be brought down for a sack. And that's the way we will end the first half of play. With our score, GW 34 and Amherst County nothing. We'll be back with our halftime festivities after we step aside for this timeout. You're listening to Lancers Football, 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live.
We are Amherst County, Virginia. Nestled in the heart of Virginia, Amherst County is defined by its rural countryside, rich tradition, and quality of life reminiscent of days gone by. While other communities move at a frantic pace and have lost their sense of place, Amherst County has preserved its pristine landscape, fertile farmland, and picturesque views. Our scenic beauty is second to none, and it draws people here to learn, be inspired, create, and enjoy a peaceful lifestyle. Amherst truly has something for everyone, from a premier institute of higher learning in Sweetbriar to a nationally recognized artist community to an energized creative culture led by Second Stage. Our agricultural heritage is alive and well in our wineries and orchards. We also have a rich history defined by tobacco plantations, grist mills, and bateaux along the James. And we can't forget the tales of the Revolution, the Civil War, and the bright and vibrant traditions of the Monacan Nation. That history is best experienced within our rolling hills and along our country roads. Perhaps our best offering is the great outdoors. In Amherst County, you're never more than 5 minutes from the pastoral beauty of the countryside or the seclusion of unspoiled natural wonders. We own the James River and provide outdoor adventures that can't be overlooked. You can launch your boat at River Edge Park, catch prize catfish in our beautiful freshwater lakes, play golf at award-winning courses, hike the Appalachian Trail, or simply enjoy a peaceful drive along the parkway. Along the way, you can step back in time at Amherst Milling Company or have a taste of wine at one of our fine vineyards. From the majestic James to the mighty Blue Ridge, Amherst County is a welcome escape. Global products are made right here, from finely crafted German grandfather clocks to high-end precision archery components used by the world record holders and gold medalists. This niche industry grew out of the huntsman culture in Amherst, as well as the pioneering spirit of our citizens. That entrepreneurial ingenuity can also be seen in our unique small businesses. From custom-made pies to locally made beer, locals and visitors can get everything they need. If you're focused on achieving an amazing blend of quality of life and professional success, Amherst County has built an environment that offers mountains of opportunity. Our greatest asset is our people, neighbors who greet you with a wave and a smile, and that welcoming spirit that assures you'll never meet a stranger. Our natural resources shape our natural traditions, and together they offer a place where you can breathe, where the weight of the world lifts away. Amherst County is both active and passive, wild and cultured, secluded yet connected, and we have all the things our great state has to offer right in the place we call home. We are Amherst, a perfect slice of Virginia.
time in more than 4 decades, summer is winding down with a fair in Amherst County.
And it's the first one in more than 40 years.
You belong in a magazine. You belong on a street lamp poster. You belong holding my hand next to me. You belong in the night sky, shining bright like a big old star. And you belong holding my hand next to me. We can watch that morning sun coming up. We can watch that morning sun and we'll say, aren't we living the life and never saying goodbye? 'Cause we found all that we've ever wanted. Just laying right here next to your love is what I always dreamed of. And you are all that I've ever wanted. And I'll be all you ever need, baby, that I guarantee. I guarantee, I'll be all you ever need. I guarantee. You belong on a grand old stage. You take my breath like a roller coaster. And you belong holding my hand next to me. We can watch that morning sun coming up. We can watch that morning sun and we'll say, aren't we living the life and never saying goodbye? 'Cause we found all that we've ever wanted. Just laying right here next to your love is what I always dreamed of. And you are all that I've ever wanted. Take my breath like a roller coaster. We'll say, aren't we living the life and never saying goodbye? 'Cause we found all that we've ever wanted. Just laying right here next to your love is what I always dreamed of. And you are all that I've ever wanted.
For the first time in more than 4 decades,
Number 23, I believe we're saying, is Xavier Ellis. 2 rushes for 6 yards. All told rushing for the Lancers first half, 17 touches, 52 yards. When it comes to the passing side of the ball for the Lancers, 4 of 9 for 36 yards and 2 interceptions. All told for the Lancers in the first half, 88 yards, 2 interceptions, no points. And that's kind of where we sit as we prepare to come out of halftime. 2 minutes left here.
All right, what can the Lancers do here, or what must the Lancers do here in the second half to try and, at the very least, make this ball game a respectable one? Because right now it doesn't look that way.
Well, we really need to see what the health status of Frank Ross is, and we'll hopefully figure that out early here in the second half. Hopefully they were just resting him at the end of the first half to give him fresh legs to start. But he is limping badly there on the sideline as I spot him there. We may not see him, and if that's the case, this passing game is going to have to pick up. But the offensive line's got to continue to open holes, provide pass protection for the offense. And we've got to see a sustained drive. For the Lancers tonight, first drive was 3 and out. Second drive was 6 and out. Third drive was an interception. Fourth drive was an interception. Fifth drive ended at the half.
Yeah, well, and that also shows, what GW is capable of doing when they get their hands on the football, and those long sustained drives will keep them from getting their hands on the football. So, and that's something that just simply has to happen here in the second half. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
So it's again, this is where facing adversity is going to come into play. These coaches have got to take this as a teaching opportunity for these young men, and really turn this negative into something that they can learn from, because these games will not always be like this.
Lancers will be getting the football to start this second half. So there's a plus. Now you got to do something with it.
Looks like Q Poindexter, who took the hit from Wesley Graves at the goal line, is out of pads. He will not be going back into the game. Frank Ross has his ankle up with ice. Looks like they may be trying to retape. Actually, that's the chaplain. That's not a trainer. So
Brad, who's now working with me at my Swissamation.
Okay, gotcha.
Just started today, as a matter of fact.
Wow. A couple other scores here real quick. Blacksburg over Lord Botetourt first quarter 10-7. Our foe from last week, Salem over Franklin County 14-3 at the half.
That's closer than I thought it would be.
Yes.
So Oliveira is set to kick it off from right to left for the Eagles in their dark blue unis. Silver helmets. Lancers in their away whites with the gray pants and maroon helmets. As we're ready to start this third quarter. Here's the kickoff from Oliveira. Running up on it, taking it, is Williams. Coming the right side, he's got a seam. 35-40. Gets down the near sideline. 45-50. 40, 30, 20, 15. To the 10. To the 5. Touchdown, Amherst County. Touchdown, maroon and gray. Opening kickoff goes for 6, or make that 85 yards.
Wow. Okay, scratch everything we said at the half. Let's just do it with special teams. Amazing run there by Ola Williams. Found a seam, got to the right near sideline, all the way down the field. And you hear some excitement from the Lancer faithful down in front of us.
So Blaine Johnson, who didn't have to take a snap that time, will come on to try the point after. Just 15 seconds into this third quarter. Brogdon on the hold, the snap, the kick, it's in the air, and it is good. 11:45 to go in this third quarter, and new score, GW 34, Amherst County 7. And you're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live. Welcome back here to J.T. Christopher Stadium. An 85-yard kickoff return by Ola Williams has put the Lancers on the board for the first time tonight, as they now lead or trail by a score of 34-7 after Blaine Johnson's kick. That's how we open this third quarter. Yep. And so Johnson will be kicking off from left to right here for the Lancers. Boot is high in the air, angling towards the right side. Carl Poole's got it at the 10. Coming up the right side, he's going to be swarmed back there at the 14-yard line and brought down after a return of only 4 yards. Wow. So GW will start this drive deep in their own territory. See where they do end up spotting this thing. It's going to be at the 14. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, who lead 34-7. But what an exciting kickoff return by Ola Williams just a moment ago. Carlos Poole, the quarterback, takes the snap. Handoff is to Graves, going to the right. He's hit and dropped at about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line, and I'm not sure that was Graves. I'm going to try and check this number for you. It was Graves, okay. Picks up about 3 or 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Eagles. And now if you could get a good defensive stop here.
Yeah, that would be a great thing here after that big momentum-changing return.
Carlos Poole from that shotgun formation takes it. Hands off right up the middle. Graves again gets ahead and now breaks a few tackles across the 20-yard line near the sticks. And we'll check it. No, it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and about a yard. Is there a flag down over there?
No, I think the kicker
looks like
the kicker missed the net, and the ball flew on the field.
Okay, got it. 3rd down and just a yard here. See if they just hand it to Graves once more. And they will. Going right up the middle, he finds a seam. Will have the 1st down, breaking tackles. A lot of arm tackling going on while the Lancers were out there as he gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Lancers not wrapping up on that play. Allowed Graves to not only get the 1st down, but get a bit more.
And on that 8-yard gain, he was hit pretty much at the line of scrimmage and just able to work his way through because of the arm tackling, like you're saying.
So from their own 31, ball set at the far hash. Carlos Poole sets up his offense, puts a man in motion, takes the snap. Here is the handoff. And a fumble on the play, and Poole luckily was right there behind Sean Watlington, who fumbled the football, and he jumps on it back at the 26. Eagles do not have a turnover tonight. Lancers have 2.
Loss of 6 on the play.
Yep. It's going to be 2nd down and 16 here. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 2 to the right. Poole wants to throw, looks, and it is incomplete. Intended over there for Carl Poole on the far sideline. Now it's 3rd down and long. You have got yourself a defensive opportunity here.
these coaches have got to be excited about this prospect, and now the guys on the field just need to make this happen. 3rd and long, they have a chance to get off the field here.
3 wide receivers here to the near side. 1 to the right. Single setback with Carlos Poole as he's back to pass. Here gets the screen out. Room for Watlington across the 40, 45 to the 50, 50 to the 45 down the far sideline. Stiffs arm a player, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, GW Eagles. It goes for 74 yards.
Wow. Sean Watlington, 3rd touchdown of the evening. 74-yard screen pass. Had some initial resistance, but once he got to the 50-yard line, it was just a foot race.
And you see the speed up and down this football team for GW that makes them so dangerous on any given play. And that'll bring on Oliveira to try the point after. Watlington is the holder. The kick is in the air, and it is good. 8:52 left to go in this 3rd quarter. New score, GW 41 and Amherst County 7. And you're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live. Stadium, Eric Carey and Ricky on hand. 41-7 now. GW leads after the 74-yard screen pass from Poole to Watlington. That's Carlos Poole. Here's the kickoff by Oliveira, angling towards the sideline to the far side. Picked up at the 20-yard line by, I think, Buddy Green, but we'll check the number for you, and he doesn't go far. Maybe a 4-yard return.
That is Bobby Green.
Bobby Green, my fault.
No problem. Quick score update for you here at the half. Northside 33, Heritage 13.
Yikes. That would be an upset.
That would be a huge upset.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lancers at their own 24-yard line, their first offensive series of the half. After the 85-yard kickoff return by Ola Williams is what opened this 3rd quarter. Next week, it doesn't get any easier. Blacksburg Bruins at Lancers Stadium. They still got a lot of their big-time players back this year, too.
Tyquest Terry, another name we'll call next week.
Oh, yeah. Ball set on the far hash as the Lancers move from left to right. High snap. Here is the handoff going to Coyle around the right side. Cups back up and gets some pretty decent yardage out of nothing. Up to the 26-yard line, got grabbed from behind and dragged down.
Side gunner. The running back from behind. Carries the ball, number 23.
Trying to figure that out. Oh, I lost my thing. That's what happened. 2nd down and 8 for the Lancers at their own 26.
I think they called Gunter on the tackle for GW of Coyle.
Handoff, again Coyle. This time he is stuffed in the backfield, loses yardage back to the 23. Big time penetration that time by the exterior of that line of GW, and it's going to be 3rd and 10, maybe even 3rd and 11 here. Let's see what happens here. Wide receiver to the left, 2 here to the near side. Coyle remains the setback. Johnson takes the snap, straight back to pass. Gets it out, complete to Green. And there's a flag right up in the middle of the field as he gets up to around the 31-yard line. Had to go sky high to get that one, too. Check the penalty for you. It looks like in the area of holding.
Chop block.
Nope, a chop block on the Lancers. Way back at the 21. Not been very many penalties against Amherst tonight. But that's a big one there because that would have, at the very least, put them in position to maybe try and get the first down.
Sure.
But if this is a spot foul from the 21, you're looking at 3rd down and about infinity here.
To infinity and beyond.
Which is where the Lancers are going to have to go.
Ola Williams on the sideline right now.
Wow. 10-yard penalty. All the way back to the 11-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and the drive back up 29. Johnson calling out the signals. Takes the snap, wants to throw, had pressure coming. He got hit as he let it go. Pass was intended for Samari Brogdon, but Brogdon hadn't even turned his head yet. And Johnson just had to let it go early because he was getting hit. So it is 4th down and 22, and the Lancers will have to punt with 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter, and the dangerous Sean Watlington awaits this punt in Lancer territory.
He's already scored 3. Lots of green in front of him.
Look at this. You got to punt this out of your own end zone, too, after that penalty. Johnson gets the boot into it. Decent kick. Now we'll take a GW bounce back inside the 35-yard line of the Lancers and be down at about the 32. When it rains, it pours, I guess you could say. Although we're hoping for not to see that on the trip home.
That's exactly right.
Where are they setting this thing at? 32? Yep. Lancers' 32-yard line is where the Eagles will begin this drive. Already leading 41-7.
I'm guessing Wesley Graves left, Wesley Graves right.
Yep. Now, are we into clock running territory yet? No. We're a point shy. How about that? Because of the missed extra point.
Right.
Carlos Poole takes the snap, hands it off to Graves, gets hit in the backfield and will be dropped. No gain. Good penetration that time. I'll try and catch the number for you because credit is due to 61 for the Lancers, DeMonte Sandage, who not only got the great penetration but also made the tackle.
3rd quarter score, Appomattox over Rustburg, 28-0.
2nd down and 10. Here's the handoff to Graves right up the middle. He'll get ahead to about the 30, so a gain of a couple on the play. And we're starting to see some clean jersey crew members for the Eagles here, and even at quarterback right now. Number 1 is on the field. Jacoby Hairston is playing quarterback right now, and behind him is Jacob Dixon. Handoff is to Dixon, going right, finds a seam inside the 25, inside the 20, and all the way inside the 15-yard line. Wow. For the Lancers, Truck Robertson makes this tackle. Not before the Eagles get a first down at the Lancer 15-yard line. Have some folks checking in, wondering what the heck's going on here in Danville. We thank them for listening. Here's the handoff. Once again, I believe to Dixon.
Number 9.
Nope. So that's Willie Edmonds. Gain of about 5 on the play. And Edmonds needs to fix his jersey, or he shouldn't be allowed to do this play. He's still got a shoulder pad hanging out. Snap, and there was movement by the right side of the offensive line for the Eagles.
Quick update, third quarter, Brookville Bees leading the Patrick Henry Patriots by a score of 31-0.
Not a big surprise there, but I wondered if that game would be a little bit closer. Say hello to Valerie Brooks, good friend of mine. Evelyn Hamnick is checking in, and so is good old Vicky Sandiford checking in with us. Loyal listener, loyal follower of Lancer Sports. 2nd down and 10 after the penalty. Hairston takes the snap, hands it off to the right side to Edmonds. Edmonds weaves his way through traffic for a couple. Don't forget to check out our Lancer Radio Facebook page. Just go to Facebook, search Lancer Radio. It is 2 words. And check out our Twitter page as well, at Lancer Radio 1. Third down and 9 here for the Eagles, deep in Lancer's territory. Here is the run play going to the right side by Hairston, and Hairston will be knocked down short of the first down. Right around the 8-yard line. Wow, whoa, he got a little bit further than I thought. They're saying 4th and 1 at the Lancers 6. And the Eagles will go for it, leading 41-7, 3:50 left to go. This is the second team offense in now for the Eagles. Hairston, the quarterback, pistol formation. Takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, going right up the middle. Did he get it? It's going to be close. Yep, it is. First down for the Eagles. It's good penetration that time by the Lancers, but they just couldn't hold him from diving ahead for that first down, and it's 1st and goal for the Eagles at the 3-yard line. Hairston calling out signals, takes the snap, hands it off to Edmonds again. Touchdown for the Eagles. Willie Edmonds gets his first touchdown of the night from 3 yards out and increases the Eagles' lead here in Danville. Makes it 47-7 pending the point after try by Oliveira here. With 3:29 to play in the third. We still have another quarter of football. But this should put it into the clock running, into the mercy rule, that score. Now they're going to try a fake, or was it just the low snap? Watlington going around that right side. Did he get in? Yes, he did. 2-point run by Watlington, and it is GW 49 and Amherst County 7. We'll be back after this timeout with more Lancers football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and on YouTube Live.
Congratulations.
Eagle territory where the clock will continue to run except on touchdowns and change of possession. Here's the run-up and kickoff from Oliveira from right to left. It's going to be going up to the up man, and it's blocked and it's dropped. Who's got the football? The Eagles do at the 35-yard line. Ray Burford tried to come up one of the up men and make a play on the football, and it went right through his hands. And the Eagles will take over at the Lancers 33. Wow.
And that's the third turnover for the Lancers here tonight.
Number 13, along the loose ball, I believe, Romeo Goose.
And so at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles again.
You know, week 1 was kind of marked by the blowout, and we thought that maybe we'd settle in week 2 and get away from some of that, but it seems like the blowout is happening around the Seminole District again this week.
So Jacoby Hairston, the backup quarterback, is still out there. He's just a sophomore. He has 2 backs back there with him, 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the right. Hairston takes it, handoff, big hole for Edmonds. Edmonds breaks it inside the 30, inside the 20, and all the way down inside the 10-yard line for the Eagles. And is the first-team defense still out there for Amherst? I believe it is.
Ola Williams is still out there.
They're just
Kendall
plain tired.
Yep.
Edmonds got all the way to the 4-yard line where it's going to be 1st and goal.
28 yards on that run up the gut. And I think they've just broken the will of the Lancers here tonight. It's just been a non-ending onslaught of offense. Got a couple of key injuries. Poindexter is out from defense. Ross is out from the offense.
Hand off Edmonds again, going straight up the middle, breaks some tackles, and is into the end zone again, this time from 4 yards out. And the touchdown. With 1:51 to go in the third quarter. And again, I emphasize, we still have a quarter to play.
2-play drive there for GW.
It's been the pattern all night, except for the very first one. Oliveira will try another extra point here with the clock continuing to run under the mercy rule. Snap's good, kick is in the air, and it is good. 1:20 left to go in this third quarter. New score, GW 56 and Amherst County 7. And we'll be back with more Lancers football on Lancer Radio, WAMVradio.com, also 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, and on YouTube Live. Backup running back Willie Edmonds now has 2 touchdowns on the night for the GW Eagles, this time from 4 yards out. Oliveira's kick has made it 56-7 in favor of GW. Oliveira kicks off from right to left, angling it towards the right side. The Lancers will let it go out of bounds, and they'll get it on their own 35-yard line. Next week, Carrie and Ricky and I return to the friendly confines of Lancer Stadium, where the Lancers will have their home opener against the Blacksburg Bruins. Our airtime is 6:05 with the Lancers countdown to kickoff. And kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. That's next Friday night here on the network. Hope you can join us then.
quick score update. Third quarter, Jefferson Forest still leading Magna Vista by a score of 14-6. And EC Glass in the third quarter over Halifax by a score of 45-0.
Yep. We have some backups in for the Lancers. Yes, we do. And a high snap over the head of the quarterback. And having to go all the way back to get it is C.J. Rose, almost back to the 20-yard line. And they had set the ball at the 35.
New quarterback C.J. Rose, the sophomore, with the high snap, recovers it, and that's the end of
So that's going to be the end of the third quarter of play. With our score, GW Danville 56, Amherst County 7. You're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox. WAMVradio.com and on YouTube Live.
Tonight, two sophomores on this squad. We have Aaron
Eric Powers, Kerry Forbus, and Ricky Brightwell back here at GW Danville High School, where the Eagles are leading the Lancers by a score of 56-7 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. We'll get you other scores coming up during our post-game show and throughout this fourth quarter of play, where the mercy rule is in effect and the clock will keep running. C.J. Rose is out there at quarterback. Here is a handoff. Ahead to the 30 goes the running back.
Coyle.
And it is Antoine Coyle. It's about 10 yards of that loss back to end the third quarter.
Number 23, Kevin Brown.
Don't forget, say hello to us on Twitter and Facebook tonight. At Lancer Radio 1 is our Twitter handle. Here's C.J. Rose, who's supposed to have a lot of talent, having trouble with the snap. Now we'll take off with it. Across the 35, across the 40, down the far sideline. It's over the 45 to the 46-yard line, and he'll have a first down for the Lancers. How about that? Nice thinking also by the sophomore, who was the JV starter last year for the Lancers.
Just enough for the first down. Nice 16-yard run. Looks like he took a little bit of a shot, but still out there, preparing to call the next play.
Beside him in the formation is Antoine Coyle. Rose to pass, gets it complete. And coming down here near the near sideline
Bobby Green
is Bobby Green. And a gain of 9 yards on the play. Good to see these second teamers getting in there and getting some work done. And getting some good work done, as a matter of fact.
Well, he's playing with still half of the first team receivers. Ola Williams on the sideline with an ice bag on his neck, and Frank Ross with an ice bag on his ankle.
And off Coyle going right, breaks it back inside. Going to be close to the first down near the Eagles' 44-yard line. Under the mercy rule, the clock just keeps on spinning, folks, unless there's a touchdown or change of possession. Even on incomplete passes, the clock keeps running. Very close, about a half-yard shy. It's going to be third down, very short for the Lancers. C.J. Rose is out at quarterback. Antoine Coyle has played pretty much running back all of this second half.
And Tyleek Brown, a freshman receiver here to the near side of the field as well, seeing some game action.
Hand off Coyle, going to the right, and he's not going to get it. As a matter of fact, he's going to lose yardage back to the 47-yard line, and a fourth down coming up here. Good penetration that time by the second-team defense for GW Danville on their left side. So it's 4th and 3. You go for it. You're down 56-7. You're on the GW side of the field, and you go for it. 4th down and 3 here for the Lancers. Rose looks over the defense. Calls for the snap. Takes it. Back straight up in the pocket. That's the pass fly, and it's almost picked off by Carl Poole, but the pass does fall incomplete, intended for Buddy Green. And the Eagles will take over on their own 47 with 8:19 left to go in this contest. I'm going to say hello to Vicky Sandifer again, checking in with us on Facebook. Doug Campbell doing the same thing. And Valerie Brooks, my good friend, my Walmart buddy, as I call her. Checking in with us again. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. This second-team offensive unit for GW has not had any trouble scoring themselves here in the second half.
GW has scored a touchdown every time they've had the ball on offense.
So here's Hairston, the backup quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off. Edmonds to the left, breaks across the 50 into Lancer territory at the 46-yard line. Now we're starting to sing the clean jersey crew for the Lancer defense as well. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles. Second teamer's going to try and take them into the 60s. 7:30 to play. Now a timeout is actually going to be burned by GW. We'll take it with them. GW 56, Amherst County 7, and you're listening to Lancers football on 94.1, 580 AM The Fox, WAMVradio.com, and YouTube Live. Timeout, 7:27 left to go in the ball game. GW leading 56-7. Some updated scores for Kerry to pass along to you.
This score has gone final. The Northside Vikings over the Heritage Pioneers by a score of 33-13.
How about that?
Out in Rustburg, Appomattox leads Rustburg by a score of 35-7.
And off to Edmonds. He's got a lot of room inside the 40, inside the 35 as he breaks a tackle. And all the way inside the Lancer 30-yard line.
In Ridgeway, Virginia, close game here. Jefferson Forest leads Magna Vista in the fourth quarter by a score of 14-12.
I am such a Warriors fan right now. It's unbelievable. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Lancer 28-yard line. Hairston, the quarterback, barking out signals. Second teamers against second teamers here. Late in the fourth quarter, or about halfway through the fourth quarter, I should say. Winds have picked up a bit here in Danville. Hairston gets the pitch away just as he was hit hard. on the option. Malik Farrell comes in, makes the tackle. Edmonds, there's a flag down, and a hold is going to be called on the Eagles here. But that flag is back behind where Edmonds was taken down. So what do you do here? You take the penalty, even with the clock running. And the clock should be running even with the penalty right now.
Play is negated with a penalty.
So it'll be first down and
Infraction against the
about
Eagles.
15 after the penalty at the 33-yard line of the Lancers. Edmonds is having a great fourth quarter, late third quarter, fourth quarter, coming in as the backup tailback for the Eagles. Hairston now playing quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off to Edmonds, hit from behind, breaks the tackle, gets inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Jovan Davis making the tackle. It's be second down and about 11 here. Nope, check that, 2nd and 10. Can the Lancers find the muster here to keep the Eagles out of the end zone before the end of this contest? 5:30 left to play. There was early motion by the Eagles, nothing called. Handoff Edmonds, breaking tackles inside the 20. And he's going to be close to a first down.
The second team offense for the Eagles still looks very, very good. It's good that our Amherst guys are getting, the second team guys, getting some reps, maybe helping to grow our depth a little bit here. But the result seems to be the same to this point. GW has not been stopped tonight.
3rd down and 1. Hairston takes the low snap, hands off to Edmonds again. Did he get it? I don't know. Yep, he's got it. If that's the spot, down at the 16. Yep. That'll be a first down for the Eagles. Blacksburg next week, home opener for the Lancers. 6:05 our airtime with the Lancers countdown to kickoff, and then we get it all started for you at 7 with kickoff then for the Lancers and the Bruins. Next Friday night. First down for the Eagles. Ball is loose, ball is loose, ball is loose, and the Lancers have it at the 25-yard line.
Parker Hoden with the recovery. Had one last week too.
First turnover of the night for the Eagles. And the Lancers will take over at their own 26-yard line with 4:10 left to go in the ball game. So it turns out to be a pretty good stand there by the Lancer defense, all things considered.
That's right. Blacksburg leading Lord Botetourt still in the first half. It must be a delayed score, 24-14.
Eagle defense back on the field.
First down and 10 for the Lancers. C.J. Rose now out at quarterback. Wide receiver here to the near side, 2 to the right as the Lancers move from right to left. Rose takes the snap, hands off to Coyle, tries to cut it back upfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss.
Fourth quarter score, Salem over Franklin County, just 17-3.
I'm a little surprised by that. I'm very surprised by it. I'm not surprised that they're winning. I'm surprised by how small the margin actually is right now. Loss of 2 on that play, by the way, by Coyle. It's 2nd down and 12 for the Lancers, and a whistle and an official timeout. Clock will stop with 3:04 to play in the game. Long trip home for everybody tonight. There, go ahead.
Brookville extends its lead to 52-0 in the third quarter over Patrick Henry.
Wow. And do we have a penalty here? Yep. There was a penalty called on GW, so now it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Rose takes the snap, wants to throw, going downfield, and it is just outside the outstretched hands of Bobby Green. It was a nice pass, though, especially under pressure by Rose.
You see a little something from that passing arm from C.J. Rose. Even with a lot of traffic in the pocket, sat there, got the ball off, gave his receiver a chance. Just over 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter as they snap the ball 3rd and 8. Rose drops back looking to throw, dodging some pressure.
Rolls to his right.
Scampers to
go.
the right.
Yep. Tries to go off with it.
Ends up picking up about 2. Makes it 4th down and 8 with just under 2 minutes left here. Looks like the punt team is coming on the field.
Seen that a lot tonight, too, unfortunately.
So the contrast tonight is GW has scored every time they've had the ball. Amherst has not scored every time we've had the ball. Only Amherst points coming on a kickoff return to start the second half. Blaine Johnson back to punt, just inside the 20-yard line.
The Eagles do not put anybody back. He'll just let it fly. Might be his best punt of the night. 1:10 left to go. It'll be interesting to see if the Eagles even run a play. 1:08, actually, they will stop, change of possession. I forgot about that, so they will stop the clock here. It has been one of those nights. The Eagles have been just very about what we expected to see from them tonight. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism. On top of that, this is a strong football team. They hit you hard out here. And the Lancers just didn't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, it's been Murphy's Law out here tonight for the Lancers. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong. Concerned about a couple players that went down with injury.
And at the end of the ball game,
A minute left.
fans are not allowed on the field. Only the team will be on the field tonight.
Okay, just a clarification. The Eagles line up in the victory formation with 40 seconds left to play. And we'll go down on one knee, and that will probably do it. Been a tough night for the Amherst County Lancers, as they will fall here tonight to the GW Eagles by a score of 56-7. We'll be back with the Lancers postgame show after we step aside for this timeout. You're listening to Lancers Football on 94.1 FM and 580 AM The Fox, WAMDradio.com, and on YouTube Live.